The AI tech war rages on, and you have to wonder, which chatbot will rule them all? Depending on the prompts I use, right now GPT-4, Bard, and Claude 2 are the same in quality. You'll see more large language models compete against each other in the next few months. Bard and Claude have a small advantage in that they both allow you to upload files and interact with them without having to use a plugin like you do with ChatGPT. But the code interpreter function of ChatGPT is incredible and allows for file upload as well. I've had alpha access for several months, and now Plus users have access, and it blows everything else out of the water. I expect that to change, but for now, it's the best in the game. In today's issue, we're focusing on latest news on AI for marketing and the code interpreter tutorial. Let's dive in. I've got 6 most important things for you from the past couple of weeks. 1. As mentioned earlier, ChatGPT is getting stiffer competition. Anthropic launches Claude 2, and it's now available for public testing in the US and UK, and it's available with a 100K context window, enough to write a book or sales page or really anything in one shot. The model also has significant improvements on coding, math, and reasoning compared to previous models. I tried out several of my copywriting and marketing prompts, and it nailed it. Google has made updates to Bard, and it's now multimodal. Upload an image and it can describe it to you, extract the text, and more. You can now also more easily adjust the tone and style of responses, choosing between simple, long, short, professional, or casual tones, and you can listen to the responses in 40+ languages. If you had previously written off Bard because the responses were terrible, they were, try it again. I'm now using it daily. 2. Speaking of Google, have you seen their Notebook LM? Their AI-backed note-taking tool, Notebook LM, is launching to a select group of users in the US. You can select multiple documents and ask questions or create new content, automatically summarize long documents, convert video outlines into scripts, generate new ideas, and lots more going on. Basically, Google is trying to give you your own personal AI, trained on your data and notes. You can request access via the waitlist on Google Labs. Google says, "We've built Notebook LM such that the model only has access to the source material that you've chosen to upload, and your files and dialogue with the AI are not visible to other users. We do not use any of the data collected to train new AI models." If this is true, then I might just try it out. 3. Stability AI releases their sketch-to-image tool, Stable Doodle, and it's a lot of fun. Imagine talking to designers or anyone on your team and trying to explain something. Just sketch it out and Stable Doodle will turn it into an image. It accepts both a sketch and a prompt to generate images, and it's made for both professional artists and novices, offering more precise control over image generation. The quality of the output depends on the detail of the initial drawing and the prompt, but it's getting it pretty close to what I imagined every time I try it. 4. You've probably seen all the ways you can clone your voice, or really anyone's voice. ElevenLabs is one of the best tools out there. Soon you'll see tools that provide completely natural sounding voices, entirely generated by AI. They'll be used for customer support, sales, and plenty of other things. Aired AI is another excellent tool, and it can perform full 5 to 40 minute long sales and customer service calls over the phone that sound like a human, and then perform actions autonomously across 5,000 unique applications. As it says on their website, it's kind of like having 100,000 sales and customer service reps at the tap of a button. There's a wait list to join, but it is a tool that's working right now on live calls, talking to real people. And it's not just for support or sales calls. You can use it for anything: therapy, talking to the Terminator, or anyone else you can imagine. 5. AI continues to roll out across every creative field and job you can think of. This time, it's coming for web designers and developers. Wix just shared their AI website generator, allowing anyone to create entire websites in seconds. Type a description into a box and answer a few questions, and you're done. Yes, you can create a complete website with text, images, and more in mere seconds. They'll add more features in the next few weeks and months. 6. Finally, another force to contend with in the raging LLM battle are open source models. With the release of Llama V2, a model from Meta, open source LLMs just got a huge boost. Soon, I think we could see GPT-4 level quality for most tasks. If you're reluctant to use GPT-4 Bard or Claude for your business because of proprietary information or data, there's a case to be made for you fine-tuning an open source LLM, custom and based on your data, that will outperform them for your specific use cases because it's narrow. I've seen it work incredibly well, and fine-tuning is only getting easier and cheaper. Now, let's talk about the code interpreter. I'm suspicious that the code interpreter is GPT 4.5. Even though it's essentially a Jupyter notebook for running Python, it does have a larger context window, has many more functions added, and when I stick with prompting for text, it does a better job, faster than GPT-4 does. If none or little of that made sense, just think of it this way. The code interpreter is basically a juiced up chatbot that can run code, handle files, analyze data, create charts, process images, video, and more. It also seems to have a much larger context window, meaning you can have longer prompts in one shot and get more output. I've tested and managed to get it to accept files up to 100 megabyte upload or download, including CSV, RSS, PNG, JPEG, .mov, MP3, EEPUB, PDF, zip. I've yet to run into anything in ordinary marketing and copywriting tasks that it can't do. Let me illustrate a few examples on how you can use it. I gave the code interpreter a revenue report sheet and asked it to analyze for most revenue, customer orders, and anything else I should know about my product sales. Here's what it came up with: a basic outline of the data in the spreadsheet. Which product generated the most revenue, which product had the most customers, which product had the most orders. It then gave me detailed correlations on the relationships between order amounts, customers, orders, and revenue. A pretty basic analysis, but it keeps going. I then asked it if all this data is from a 90-day period. Provide me ideas for how to increase revenue, margins, and profits over the next 90 days. I also asked it to include an evaluation on how hard or easy it would be to implement each idea and give a score from 1 to 10 in terms of potential impact. It did this with no problem. I then asked it, what else about the data can you analyze? You're an expert product marketing and data analyst with deep experience in increasing meaningful metrics. Explore the data and be creative in your data analysis. ChatGPT took this as a compliment and gave me average revenue per customer and per order, customer to order ratio, revenue to customer and revenue to order ratios, additional metrics such as highest revenue per customer, highest revenue per order, and highest customer to order ratio. I wanted to make all this information more digestible, so I then asked ChatGPT to turn all of this data into helpful graphs, charts, or diagrams that clearly illustrates its analysis. This is what it gave me. Keep in mind, all this is happening over the course of about approximately 5 minutes. You can have in-depth analysis done to your marketing and sales data, even if you don't know what to ask for. You just ask the code interpreter what it can do, and it'll do it for you. It can be as simple as you uploading a spreadsheet and prompt with, analyze this spreadsheet on 12-month ad performance. Generate hypotheses, test them in a sophisticated way, write up results. The code interpreter will oblige and do this for you. Can you see how this tool alone is a marketer and copywriter's best friend? Imagine the kind of value you can unlock for your company or clients. You could get in-depth data and language analysis done in minutes, and you don't even need to know what to ask for. Just ask the code interpreter what it thinks you should do with your data. You can make yourself more valuable and expand on your own capability. That's all I've got for now. More explorations and tutorials coming. See you next time.